Assalamualaikum, kami dari Grup 7 akan membentangkan tajuk Women and Justice in Islam. Jadi kami akan terangkan beberapa perkara yang berkait dengan tajuk Women and Justice in Islam seperti fasa, poligami dan banyak lagi.
Salam and hello everyone. My name is Nurul and I will be explaining of Quran about women and justice in Islam. According to fiqh, which is Islamic jurisprudence, women in Islam have a number of principles under the Quran and the Hadith. These interpretations develop from the Hadith that most and majority of Sunni scholars agreed without a shadow of a doubt. Okay, so we have for one, women and men, according to the Quran, have the same spiritual human nature. Okay, as for the verses, we see,
O mankind, reverence your guardian Lord who created you from a single person created of like nature his mate, and from them twain scattered like seeds, countless men and women. Reverence Allah through whom you demand your mutual rights, and reverence the wombs that bore you, for Allah ever watches over you. Quran 4 verse 1.
according to the Quran, women are not held responsible for the fall of men. Childbirth and pregnancy are not viewed as punishment for eating the forbidden tree. Okay? As a matter of fact, according to the Quran views them as a source of love and respect for mothers in the family. Just for one, we have,
It is He who created you from a single person and made his mate of like nature in order that he might dwell with her in love. When they are united, she bears a light burden and carries it about unnoticed. When she grows heavy, they both pray to Allah their Lord, saying, If you give us a goodly child, we vow we shall ever be grateful. Quran 7 verse 189.
Nama saya Hud Hafiz bin Muhammad Khairul. So hari ini saya nak sharekan beberapa hadis yang saya dah jumpa di beberapa website yang berkaitan dengan topik yang kami pilih. So check it out. Jadi macam yang kita sedia maklum, semua umat Islam dekat dunia ni hidup berpandukan hadis dan juga Al-Quran. Jadi hari ini saya nak share kepada anda semua beberapa hadis yang telah saya jumpa di laman web yang bertauliah untuk saya kongsi kepada anda tentang hadis yang berkaitan dengan hak ataupun keadilan seorang wanita. Baik, yang pertama ialah takutlah kamu kepada Allah yang bersebabkan wanita iaitu isteri kamu, sesungguhnya kamu telah mengambil mereka dengan amanah Allah. Telah halal kepada kamu kemaluan mereka dengan kalimah Allah, menjadi tanggungjawab kepada mereka bahawa seseorang yang kamu tidak sukai duduk bersama mereka di atas tempat tidur kamu. Jika mereka lakukannya juga, maka pukullah mereka dengan pukulan yang tidak membahayakan. Riwayat Muslim hadis 1218. Seterusnya, berhati-hatilah dengan dunia dan berhati-hatilah dengan fitnah wanita. Sesungguhnya fitnah yang berlaku pada golongan Bani Israel adalah pada wanita. Riwayat Muslim 2742. Yang seterusnya, dunia adalah perhiasan dan sebaik-baik perhiasan dunia adalah wanita yang solehah. Riwayat Muslim 715. Seterusnya, nasihatilah kaum wanita secara baik kerana wanita itu diciptakan daripada tulang rusuk. Sesungguhnya tulang rusuk yang paling bengkok adalah yang berada di bahagian paling atas. Jika engkau meluruskannya, bererti engkau mematahkannya. Dan jika engkau membiarkannya, maka dia tetap akan bengkok. Oleh itu, nasihatilah kaum wanita secara baik. Riwayat Bukhari dan Muslim. Seterusnya, janganlah seseorang membenci wanita kerana jika dia tidak menyukai salah satu perangainya, boleh jadi dia menyukai perangainya yang lain. Riwayat Muslim. Seterusnya, 3 orang tidak akan masuk syurga dan tidak diperhatikan oleh Allah pada hari kiamat. Orang yang derhaka terhadap kedua-dua ibu bapanya, wanita yang mirip dengan lelaki, dan lelaki yang dayus, iaitu suami yang membiarkan orang lain memasuki rumah isterinya. Riwayat Ahmad. Sekian saja dari saya, Hud Hafiz. Thank you.
So for now, I want to explain more detail about fasa. Fasa is the part of justice which is women should request if something wrong in our marriage. Fasa means the dissolution of marriage due to any valid reason under the hukum syara. So we will proceed to another reason, which is the struggle for equality and justice for Muslim women must therefore be placed within the context of human and women living in Muslim society, where Islam is increasingly shaping and redefining in our life. For the wife, the most common way to divorce is by fasa. When the husband refuse to grant divorce, this form of divorce is conditionally and therefore is markedly different the right of a man who want to divorce the wife through talaq. Condition on which woman may apply to the court for fasa include if a husband Last but not least, the Sharia court require the wife to provide strong grounds for pronouncing divorce through fasa. Because of what? Because fasa divorce takes a much longer time. The normal range is between 6 months to a year. These extensive delays are often the result of human using technical legal processes to delay the hearing of the cases. Husband is not turning up for hearing. Husband is the significant numbers of matter so as to disrupt the hearing of the matter at hand and so on. So that's all from me. Thank you guys for hearing me. Bye bye.
Hi, this is I'm sorry. This is for our assignment. The main point is women justice in Islam, and my part is polygamy. Polygamy is the act of marrying multiple spouses. That means having more than one or two wives at the same time. And polygamy is connected to women justice in Islam. Women in polygamy relationship frequently feel abandoned. This means they will lose their right as a wife and mother. They both lost their share of the alimony at the same time. In Islam, their husband is required to provide needs such as home, food, clothing, and so on. This indicates that if the husband fails to provide for all his wife, the woman has the right to divorce. If her spouses refuse to divorce her, she may ask a qadi, or qadi means judge, for divorce. The issue is generally women who do not need polygamy, even though they are certain that polygamy is one of the most dreadful things that can happen to them in their life. Although there are ladies who can tolerate other content with Sharia law. And that's all I want to talk about my point for our assignment. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum everybody and hi, I am Siti Nurkamarina Azalia, Binti Shirma Iqbal from DCG, and I'll be explaining my 2 points for this assignment. So firstly, I'll be explaining the 3 stages of raising a child in Islam. So there are 3 stages that are prior and important when raising a child in Islam. The first stage is from age 0 until 7 years old. This is where the parents are supposed to take care of them, bond with them, and actually be playful with them, not being too strict, because this is actually what shapes the child into being someone who has a good personality, basically. So at the first stage, parents are supposed to be present and also pay 100% attention on the child as they are still kids. The second stage is from age 7 until 14. For those 7 years, this is where the parents actually teach the child discipline. Discipline such as praying 5 times a day, fasting on the month of Ramadan, and also doing things that are wajib in Islam. So this is where punishment is allowed, but only necessarily. For instance, if the child misses a prayer, it is fine to punish them. So they need to teach the child. On the third stage, from age 14 until 21, this is the stage where the child hits puberty or phases puberty. So this is where the parents are supposed to befriend them and get to know their child well. This is to avoid any drama or problems between the two parties, between the parents and the child. This is where the parents should actually let the child grow, as they should already know what is haram, what is halal, what is right and what is wrong in Islam. This is to avoid any conflict when the child is growing up. So scolding them or punishing them at the third stage is actually very unnecessarily. It is best to actually just consult them and talk to them professionally, just like adults, as they are already entering the adult phase. So for my second point, I'll be talking about FGM. If you guys don't already know, FGM is actually female genital mutation, which happens when maybe a parent or two parents or a guardian does not wants to avoid any premarital sex or any form of masturbation towards their daughter or towards a lady. So this is where the vagina is being stitched shut, where only pee and also period blood can come out. So mind you that this process is very unnecessary, and also it hurts a lot to whomever that does the surgery. So why we can relate FGM to women and justice in Islam is because, as we all know, certain ladies out there don't have a say in what they do to their bodies, and this is very wrong. As you can see, when a lady owns a body, it is supposed to be her right to actually decide on what happens and what does not happen to her body. However, certain ladies out there still does not get a say on what happens to their body, hence being forced into doing certain surgeries. It doesn't matter if it's minor or major. If it still hurts, it is not right if it is not made by the certain individual. So those are my 2 points for my assignment. So thank you so much, and I really hope you guys learned a thing or two from my explanation. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum, I am Nafisa, also pursuing in DCG. I'll be continuing to explain about the FGM, female genital mutilation. So FGM involves the partial or total removal of external female genitalia or other injury to the female genital organs for non-medical reasons. So actually, women don't have the right to voice out their opinions about this matter, as most parents believe that FGM can prevent premarital sex and masturbation. However, this process actually causes a lot of problems to the vaginal area, as it can cause severe bleeding, cyst infections, as well as complications during childbirth. So being human, we make mistakes, and premarital sex is a self-choice. Having sex before marriage doesn't make one less human or less Muslim. There are lots of ways of preventing premarital sex, and FGM isn't supposed to be an option. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Aina Nasuha and I'm taking DCG. So today I will explain about rape of a daughter or a girl. So first thing first, what is rape? Rape is a physical activity that involves two or more people. It is a type of sexual assault, usually involves sexual intercourse or other forms carried out against a person without the other person's consent. It may use physical force or abuse of authority against a person who is incapable of giving valid consent, such as for those who are unconscious. Maybe they have been given drugs to make them unconscious. Lastly, for those who have intellectual disability or below the legal age of consent. People who has been raped can be traumatized and develop post-traumatic stress disorder. Serious injuries can result along with the risk of pregnancy and sexually transmitted infections. A person may face violence or threats from the rapist. Worldwide, sexual violence, including rape, is primarily committed by males against the females. Surprisingly, there are a lot of cases of rape involve people that they know, especially father and daughter. Yes, in fact, the majority of the cases are mostly caused by the father itself. We need to open our eyes since we lived in this cruel world, and we need to stay united as females. Me personally, I did some research about rape cases in Malaysia, and shockingly, Malaysia has reached over 4,000 rape cases. For me personally, the law is very unfair for the victim. As a woman who is scared of the rapist, I would like them to have a death sentence or put them in a jail for entire life. We need justice so that we can live in peace. Nowadays, women cannot go out even in their neighborhoods. We are traumatized by the rape cases that is happening worldwide. Government should open their eyes and think of the women's safety. We don't want to be scared all the time. They need to strengthen the law to help and protect all the women in Malaysia. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. So today we'll be interviewing another person for our Islamic Studies subject. I'm Nur Kamarina from DCG, and
I am Nafisa, also from DCG.
And I'm Rafiz and I'm taking DPR. So here with me is Ayu. So Ayu, in your based on your personal opinion, why is it important to protect and defend women's rights?
Okay, in my opinion, as a woman itself, actually memang penting pun untuk kita pertahankan hak wanita ni, sebab kita sebagai perempuan pun memang diciptakan untuk dilindungi, disayangi, lebih lagi dengan insan bernama lelaki lah. Jadi perempuan akan lebih yakin dan lebih bebas untuk lakukan apa sahaja mereka boleh lakukan.
okay, so hi and Assalamualaikum. Today we'll be interviewing one of our volunteers for our Islamic Studies MPU subject. I am Nur Kamarina from DCG, and
I am Nafisa, also from DCG. Okay, Sabrina, you can introduce yourself now.
My name is Nurul Sabrina and I am a part of the volunteer in this interview.
in this era, why do you think women's rights should be protected, and why do you think so?
I think women's rights should be protected. I mean, to compare our rights back to when we were in 70s, obviously today it's better, but it is being protected, but it's not being protected as hard as men's rights are being protected. So if I think women still face a lot of issues, especially when it comes to getting justice through the law. So I do really think women's rights should be protected just the same as men's rights being protected.
Alright, so hi, Assalamualaikum. Today we'll be doing our interview session for our MPU Islamic Studies. So my name is Nur Kamarina from DCG, and
I am Nafisa from DCG also.
And I'm Hafiz, I'm taking DPR. So here with me is Alisa. So
What can the government do to ensure justice for women?
The government can issue a new act or acta for cases involving women even more violence.
alright, okay. I think that's all. Okay, thank you so much, Alisa, for being here with us. Okay, so
am I lagging?
No.
Okay, so thank you so much. Assalamualaikum. Hi, Assalamualaikum. So today we will be interviewing another person for our Islamic Studies subject. I'm Siti Kamarina from DCG, and
I am Nafisa from DCG.
And I'm Rafiz and I'm taking DPR. So here with me is Fauzi. So Fauzi, our first question is, why do you think why is important to protect and defend women's rights?
Boleh multiple language kan?
Yes, you can use bahasa Malaysia.
Okay, sebenarnya pada pendapat saya lah untuk kenapa kepentingan kita untuk mempertahankan hak wanita ni, dia ada banyak kepentingan. Tapi yang macam kita tahu, sedia maklum, hak wanita ni dia lebih kepada hak-hak sosial lah. Sosial tu macam sexuality. Sebab perempuan kita akan, kalau kita tahu hak dia memang seksual lah. Memang banyak berlaku kan sexual harassment tu. So kepentingan dia ialah bila orang sedar adanya hak perempuan, tak kisahlah daripada segi apa sekalipun, dalam macam contoh bidang pekerjaan ataupun bidang pendidikan, kita ambil general iaitu sexual harassment, orang akan lebih hormat wanita. Terutama sekali dalam konteks seksual tu lah. Orang tak boleh lakukan seksual sebarangan daripada segi percakapan, perbuatan ataupun perkataan yang keluar. Orang akan lebih tahu dan lebih faham bahawa hak wanita, kita tak boleh sentuh, kita tak boleh bercakap yang sebarangan yang boleh menyebabkan dia menghala ke konteks seksual. Selain tu, dalam kerajaan pentadbiran ada juga hak-hak wanita yang kerajaan ketengahkan. Yang kepentingannya ialah hak wanita tu mereka dapat mendapat tempat dalam pentadbiran. Jadi tak semuanya pentadbiran tu dominannya kepada seorang lelaki, walaupun sebenarnya dominan sebenarnya adalah lelaki kan, ketua sebenarnya. Tapi pada pendapat saya, perempuan pun berhak untuk dapat tempat dekat dalam pentadbiran, tak kisahlah dalam apa-apa jenis menteri sekalipun. Untuk kepentingan lain ialah, contohlah kalau saudara-saudari ada kawan-kawan yang mungkin mengalami sesuatu masalah yang diorang tak boleh ketengahkan, diorang tak tahu hak tu, diorang tak tahu kepentingan diorang, ada hak wanita tu sebagai seorang wanita kan. So dia lebih kepada kesedaran lah sebenarnya. Kalau kita baca pun dasar pembangunan wanita ialah diorang nakkan kesedaran, tak kisahlah daripada kaum lelaki ke kaum perempuan ke, dia nakkan kesedaran bahawa wanita tu dia ada hak dia sendiri sebenarnya.
Okay, that's all from us. We hope that you gain some new knowledge and can use it in the future. Thank you. Have a good day.